We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running right through him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
In your face.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Goodwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bound to lose one.
Check 30.
Check 45's the mic. Check.
All right.
The mic.
Off the play fake. Rodgers. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Hey, check.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, 79 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Fields on 1st down. And Graham on the grab. Touchdown, Chicago! Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker Roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Was that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Rodgers now on 1st down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Switch it. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. A pretty wild 1st quarter. 21-7, our score. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
Alert.
To throw is Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, I'm coming. 51 the mic, boys, 51. Here we go. He's coming. We got double up.
On play action, Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he's got room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Rosas to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2nd down and 5. To throw is Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half, I mean, that just didn't happen. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers now to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 26 yards on the play there. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Wipe up. Here we go. Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Rosas now to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is Jakeem Grant. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Jakeem Grant. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears.
Out time. Don't give him nothing.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down now, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 14.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Check 99. Check 300. 300.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
It's our field. It's our field. We are going. Hey, it's our field.
Now Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here we go. Here we go.
Second down and goal. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be? Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A read option, here's Montgomery. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
Yo. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
You don't want this. Watch out.
Hey, 24. Watch 24.
Check. Go.
Check 25.
Pause.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
51 to Mike, boys. 51. He's out. It's time to bust. Hey, Mike 51. Come on.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Watch the screen. Bang.
Now it's Fields.
Hey, check 24.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Switch.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's gonna be a long day.
Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Mike 58, right there. Watch the flood.
On second and goal, Rodgers. Now he's stripped. He lost the football. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man is Grant. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith, second team All-Pro last year, in on the tackle.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's second and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Let's go, D. Let's go. 51's a Mike. 51.
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. First down and much more here for Jones. A big play there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
We own them. We own them. 45. Mike 45. Let's go, D.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Here's Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Rosas to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Grant sets to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Switch. Watch twist.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the 1st down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3.
Hey, here we go. Slam. Mike.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And now the rookie's free. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A big play there on the option.
Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time, as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers throwing here. And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
I got one.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rodgers again now. Looking deep for Adams. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that